Hello everyone and welcome back to the Jaffa Factory Tech Overload. We are back here for episode number 26. That's it, 26. I have taken a little bit of time between the last recording. I've still got a messy inventory, but to basically have a think about this system. The problem that we have here is that it's not actually easy to take everything out. We can get everything in, not out again. So after a little bit of racking my brain, the only solution is to break it. Basically, I want to open these up a little bit. Because these are between two different systems, it's going to be a little bit of a nightmare to actually make this work. So what I want to do is essentially that, and then this. You'll see if I then, so these are the exporters. I'll place a base in here and here. I will then remove that. That's not what we wanted to do. Did I lose the base in there? What did I lose? Oh, it's gone between these blocks. There we go. So I just need to space them out. That's the only way I can really think to actually do it properly. It may even need to be spaced out one extra. I don't really know. I think we should be able to have a side for each one. That should be fine. Place the cut cobblestone column there, and then can I break it underneath? I can. Perfect. So these exporters are exporting the cocoa beans. So let's do that. Yeah, welcome back to the wonderful Jaffa Factory world. It's only been a couple hours since I last recorded this. I've been getting some housework done, which is always fun. How has your spring start been going? I know it's been a little bit of nice weather recently for the first time in forever. I am absolutely adding a time to when this episode has actually been recorded. I'm dating the episode by accident, but it's nice to have a little bit of a chit chat sometimes. I'm sat here talking to myself. It's the greatest thing we can be doing here. Right, throw in some buckets there. They should then come out with some milk. So I'm going to put them straight into there. Isn't it? Oh, I want to take one of those milk buckets so I can teach this to also export a milk bucket. There we go. And then I'm just going to have to pull this out here and do that like that. So then with a couple cogwheels, boom, we are now set up again. So that's basically what I was having to do. Let's add another exporter. I think I added that, haven't I, yet? So we'll just have to cable these. Just fine. Just run that along here. And then like that. I suppose that's the best way we're going to get this to work. I think those two have to be connected. Is that the same system? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the same system. So that means they're exporting into there. We're now being left with buckets, some chocolate, and some cocoa beans. That's fine. So I then want to import the buckets from each one. And then take out the chocolate. That's all I need to do, right? So importers on these three, like this. Just like that. On this back system to import the buckets. So let's assign this to let's throw, I don't know, I've got to actually grab that out. There you go. An empty bucket. And these need to be set to whitelist before we plug them in, otherwise it's going to start pulling everything out into that system. Whitelist, empty bucket. And then, this cable is going to be such a mess, but there you go. Essentially, that's what we need to do. So from there, this should then be working, right? This is making chocolate. On this side, we then want to have more importers. I need to make more of those. Okay, did I make enough or... No, let's make like 10 more importers. Where have they all gone? Or we've got quite a few out. Let's throw the cocoa beans back into there. I'm going to try and clean up our inventory a little bit. There's things that I should have been put in my backpack, but it's fine. And we should be ended up with chocolate. At some point, or item.jaffafactory, at least is what it's going to be called in a moment. So oh no, we're not going to actually get those until I add these importers, am I? Right, so I believe it's leaving behind the buckets, which is good. So we are getting those buckets back. They are just duplicating through the system, not duplicating, rerunning through the system. Let's check that crafting monitor. Yeah, it is making these. It's just going to take a while. It shouldn't be too bad. It's all cooking them up over here, the bits that we need. I wish there was a way to set up a round robin for these, so they'd just like spread. We'll have to make some more factories maybe for that. So probably the best way to do it. Right, we've got a few importers. So, importers. The reason why the importers are very good is that you can easily, what's it called, like, filter them. That's the plan. So we're going to teach it to only pull in the Jaffa Factory chocolate that doesn't have a name, that I can probably add a name to at some point, but not in the next few episodes because they are all being recorded at once. So boom and boom. Oh no, that's not what I want to do at all, is it? So that's now pulling it into that system. What I'm going to need to do is run the cables backwards like that to here. So that's a separate network. So we don't want it to touch those other cables. And in theory, which now means there's no chocolate in here. This is just rotating milk back and round. And we should be getting chocolate. Item.Jaffa Factory. Wow, yeah, we are making chocolate. So that tells me that we should be able to actually combine the jelly as well now. So that is going to be a slime ball and yeah. Last time I taught our refinery system how to make glass and then also glass bottles. So what we're going to have is an interface. Interface, there we go. 2 of those is all we're going to need, which is going to be, and I believe I taught it how to make oranges out of the orange stacks as well. And this is not the grid I want. Have I taught it how to make oranges if I take all these out? I have not. Okay, that's fine. So let's grab a basket of Jaffa oranges. Go downstairs and teach it that you can do that. So, in this one, turn off processing. 1 basket equals 9 oranges. There we go. That's going to go into here. We're getting very full in here. We're going to have to make some more crafters soon, but thankfully they're not too bad to do. And then we're going to need some crafting upgrades. We've got a few of those. I made way too many. I just clicked, like, a spam click to the craft button, but it's all good. So, to allow us to have these here, I'm going to tell that I want Jaffa oranges and a crafting upgrade. And this one I'm going to tell that I want slime balls, right? Yeah, slime ball plus, no, glass bottles. That's what I need. Glass bottle. Sorry, I'm a bit backwards here. So tell this that I'm wanting, oops. I have to just do it like this for now, and then we can tell it I want more in a moment. So, you should then be able to go into another... Can I do that in a basin? I think I can. So the Jaffa juice can be done, yes, with a basin and a mechanical mixer. Got another basin. And another mechanical, not press, mechanical mixer. There we go. That should be nice and simple. And the basin done. No, it's taking a while to make andesite alloy again. It likes to take its time on that, but thankfully I've sped it all up now. So it should be a bit quicker. It should be all at max speed. That's that for the basin. So the basin should now be done. Yes, and then the mechanical mixer. Is that ready? It is. Perfect. We should only need one of these, so in which case we can actually bring these 2 closer together. And like that, with the basin here, the mixer there. I'm trying to think the best way to power this. Maybe we should use a motor. That would 100% work. Oops. Place a cog wheel there. Let's get a... keep doing that. Motor here. Just because it's on a separate system. Like, oops. I think I have to click it, like, without a shift click. There we go. Power is coming under here, isn't it? Yep, so we just need to line it up to where it needs to go, which is here. I need to make more of those power cables as well, don't I? Universal cables. I've only got 4. Have I got the ability to make any more? No. Right, we'll just take some advanced. That will have more than enough, like, hold enough power than what we need. We're not taking any branches off of this, essentially. So, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, it's just the last block. So we go down to advanced for the last one. And there we go. That'll allow us to turn this. In which case we will then collect all these remaining pieces I don't like the fact I'm having to speed this up because this is really expensive. 480 FEA. No, we're not running it at that speed. 128 maybe. In fact, we can use the stress technique on this, I think. For the one mechanical mixer, I'm not sure. Look at a 60. It's making 3,000 stress. We're only using 240. Yeah, so what we can do is have a vertical gearbox. Is that what we've got here? No, but I can craft one easily like that. Do this. Oops. We'll have to readdress all where this is going. So, vertical gearbox like that. Then I want the rotational speed controller. Like that. I need a large cogwheel. Have I got one on me? I have. Brilliant. So if I like this, just place this here a moment. Rotational speed controller, and then I can run my cable up to here, where I have the motor, and spin this at like, let's just see what it's going to take to go 256. Apparently 23 speeds are more than enough. Right, okay. So we are now, instead of using 480 FE per tick, we are going to use, what does it need to spin this? 30. That's much better. I am way happier with that. Problem is now that we've put that in there, but we can just do this. So I need the logistical transporters. Like so. And then, because nothing's connected up yet, it's fine to do this. So disable that. And this will pull out there, this will pull out there. And in theory, once I connect this all up, it should be fairly easy. So it's two. Is it under here, is it? Yes. So these two blocks here can then be cabled into the main system. I don't know the best place to add that in. It's not really cabled here, is it? But it's over there. Just pull this up. That's fine. We can do that. That's no problem. Like so. And this should then start making us... Oh, has it got the crafting card? It has. No, it hasn't. So glass bottles. And a crafting upgrade. Should then start making a load of those. I can grab these and do that. And I should need to grab like a couple stacks. To then get one stack. Perfect. And I can teach that. Keep a bunch. There we go. I'll throw a stack upgrade in there. And then in here as well. Just makes it easier in case I throw things back through it. And that should start making Jaffa juice. Perfect. So from Jaffa juice, I then want to pull that back into the system. So an importer, which I think we made a load of. In fact, do I even want to pull it straight out? Or can I just go straight to, in theory, making Jaffa jelly? I think I can do that. So if I get a interface, we're not going to use Jaffa juice for anything else. So start making an interface. That might take a couple minutes. And then there's... I've got importers I made, haven't I? Oh, no, I've got them on me, apparently. I've got 2 left. I thought I made 10. Oh, well, right. So... yeah, so we're making Jaffa jelly here, which we can do through the shapeless crafting recipe. Great. Need another basin and another mixer. They take a moment, so basin and mixer. Like that. So what's going on over here? I swear I made a load more of those other bits, but that's fine. These are taking a moment, but that means that our interface was made. Interface. We'll go here. We'll then have the base in here. Power that off of that, upgrade that. So that's fine. So we'll have a cogwheel there. Need the basin. Oh, not basin. And then mixer. Perfect. So the basin will go here. Oh, okay, so in that case, that won't go there. Let's maybe place this here and disconnect that. That's good. The mechanical mixer here. Tell this to keep slime balls. And then cable this up underneath. Maybe there was a reason I'd broken that. Like that, there we go. So then this can pull this way. And then this side we will... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That's not a good idea. Right. Take those out. See what it can do. This should be working. Why? Oh, it's because it's now overstressed. That's why I realized that. Yep, perfect. Just keep putting this up until the stress is okay. Might be 32 it needs to go to. Yeah, 32. Just fine. That's still only 60 FE tick as opposed to like 300 odd. I'll put the slime balls into there. The Jaffa juice. Once I've assigned this to be making Jaffa juice, I believe I can do that. Hopefully it will then only pull out Jaffa juice. I think. I'll do that. Yes. So it's pulling out the Jaffa juice. No. It is pulling out the other stuff as well. Okay, that's a nightmare. So in that case, we need to import then export. Okay, so we can import Jaffa juice. There we go. And then export here. I'm trying to think where the best place to go without breaking things. It's going to have to just be underneath here, I think. The best place to put this. So I can fill in this space here. Export Jaffa juice. It's all a bit backwards. We want to put a stack upgrade and another stack upgrade over here. That should now be making Jaffa jelly, right? Yeah. So we teach this as making Jaffa jelly. And then we can then import. Not to there we can't. Downwards we can though. Whitelist. No, I am sorry. And then... Wait, I can set this to import fluids. Oh, that's stupid of me then. I thought I was not able to do that. I thought I had to use the interfaces. Okay, and then Jaffa jelly. And that can be connected with a stack upgrade. And boom. We are now automating Jaffa jelly. And we're ready to make Jaffa cake bases. I think that has been a very glory-filled episode, but also something that works. Look at this. It's nice and compact. It works. This is less compact, but it works. We are now making pretty much, in fact, every component that we're needing to get towards the Jaffa cakes. We just need to actually combine them now. So Jaffa juice is being made to make Jaffa jelly. We're making the Jaffa cake bases. We're making chocolate to put on top. We're doing it. We've got this. We're about to get the first batch of Jaffa cakes. Let's leave that for the next episode, though. Thank you so much for watching today. I have been Thundie, and you've been absolutely wonderful. We are making progress. Thank goodness. It won't be anywhere near as many as we'd like to do in the end, but just to get our first batch and be able to eat Jaffa cakes instead of our baked potatoes would be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!